listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. It is Monday. It is November 13th, 2023. It's a good day for you and me. Hope everybody had a nice weekend, because tonight we're going to roll out the red carpet for Tom DeLonge. No, we're not. I'm joking. We're going to roll out something, though. We're going to roll out a few middle of these. We're going to roll out a few gush all over Tom DeLonge's. All right. Maybe. But tonight I thought we should say thank you. And somebody owes him an apology. I think Elizondo and Christopher Melonhead owe he an apology. I don't like that. I don't like the way that thing panned out. You know, when I first saw that Tom DeLonge was going to be this guy, he won the award for UFO Researcher of the Year from MUFON. MUFON? I think it was MUFON. And then Jaime won the year before or after. Well, anyway, it got me out of retirement because I was gone a whole year. And I heard this and something's going on. I don't understand it. Tom DeLonge, I am not a fan. Never was. Not my type of music, not my type of, I don't know. He's just like I know you call him a rock star, but I see him more like a pop star, like kitty rock. Not kid rock. Like, I don't even know, preteen rock. It's silly. I don't like it. So anyway, I never liked him and his stupid antics. It's like a child in a man's body, or pre-man, whatever you want to call it. Well, now he's older, but back in the day, yeah, Tom DeLonge was enemy number one. And when I heard, against rock, because he was ruining rock and roll with that band. My opinion, just saying, that kind of music, I know people think the same about Metallica and other things like that, but, you know, it's a whole different animal, whole different show. Not my style. Anyway, I never had a likeness for Tom DeLonge anyway. So when I heard this, I was like, whoa, what the TTSA? What is he doing? This is crazy. And then, we found out he wanted to put a team together, which he did. And, Hal Puthoff, Christopher Mellon, Shamana Mamana Boop, all ex-military government employees. It was like he got the all-star team of ufology behind the scenes in the government, guys. That's what he did. Well, whoever assembled it, we'll never know the whole true story. We hear so many different stories. Tom DeLonge got it together. No, he didn't. They put it together. They got Tom to be the front man, for this thing. And Tom, front man, I'll be a front man. Hell yeah, UFOs and aliens. I know what a front man is too. And they got him, and they thought maybe, just maybe, this guy can somehow bring in a youthful look, an eye, a different generation of thinkers, other than the guard that's been there and people before me. It's time to bring in a new guard. That's what Tom DeLonge was doing, bringing in this new approach. We're going to do it right this time. Not only that, we're going to build a ship. Yeah, we're going to build a ship, see? And we're going to go to space. Not only that, we're going to go in the ocean. And we might even go to the moon. You say, what? I said the moon. Are you kidding me? How much do you have in donations so far? $3 million. How much will it take to build such a spacecraft? A lot more. Probably a trill. It would take quite a bit of money to build that type of machine. You would need alien technology, and that's priceless. Can't put a price on that. Anyway, I don't know why I'm going into it. We didn't even do roll call yet, so let's start the show with a thank you, Tom DeLonge. We'll get back to you in a minute. He forced the government into admitting, and now they're backpedaling like you've never seen. It's terrible what they did to poor Kirkpatrick, even though I think he knew it was coming. As a matter of fact, he knew anyway. He knew he was only going to be there for a little bit. The funny thing is, nobody told us. And it looked like he didn't want to be there. He looked miserable every time you saw him. Well, we got another sighting here. People think this is real. It's not. Might as well just say it that way, man. It was terrible watching him. And what is DeLonge's role? Does he have a role in ufology right now? Is there something going on behind the scenes? Is he going to, write some music, get us entertained? Tonight's drink is Ghost Energy. That's right. 0 sugar and 0 trans fats, trans nutrients. This is trans generation of drinks. I just realized that, trans. Let's see how this pop top sounds. We know that the other can's awesome. I cleaned up. That's a nice pop. Ready? We'll do a little roll call. Get Monday going. I haven't even started yet. We have so much stuff to go over. And then I think I'm going to make my documentary, and I'm calling it 50 Shades of Grays. I think that's what I'm going to do. That is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh no! Oh no! Tomorrow's turkey. Yeah, tomorrow's the turkey Nuremberg show. The only reason I didn't do it today, I know I see the notes here. That's why I said, oh no, I was supposed to do it today. It'll be tomorrow. Yeah. But hey, man, don't get on me for it. Not in the mood. Believe me, it'll be tomorrow. I promise. Shit. Well, hey. Is the show not free? I don't put ads on the shows. You're welcome. Let me do what I want to do when I want to do it. It works that way. It works much better that way. All right, let me get a drink. Wow. I got a message. You heard it. Come on. Is it? Could it be? Coming in all the way from Newfoundland, David Wilcox, not Wilcock, with a $25 PayPal donation. That's right, folks. GoFund survives because of you guys. Believe it or not, we work in tandem. Support the show. Help us survive. Go out and do stuff and research and all that other stuff. We'll come out every day. Keep the show free. And I get people asking me, why don't you have a store? I explained why I don't have a store, a shop, whatever. But if you want, maybe I will. I'll think about it again. Maybe for Christmas or something. Maybe I'll throw it up on well, it better be soon, right? Christmas. Don't worry about it whenever you want. David Wilcox, thank you for that. You can help support the show the same ways. PayPal, Super Chat, Super Sticker. What's the other one? Cash App. All the links are in the show description. You guys know what to do. You're better at it than I am. So I want to thank David Wilcox for that. Mucho gusto donation on PayPal. And welcome to the show. Bernie Miro, welcome to the show. Dan Bob, welcome to the show. Jessica Paquette, welcome to the show. Hi, Dorothy. Thank you for everything. Good to see you. Hope everything's alright. Paula Faust, welcome to the show. YOY Fools, welcome to the show. Oh, I did say Tuesday. I thought I did, but man, I'm telling you, it was a busy weekend. I don't really have busy weekends. I was busy for me. All right, thank you. That's good. Now I feel a little better. Not much, because I still think I screwed up, which I did last week, but I'm trying to make up for it. And then I come out and I get all snide and everything. I'm going to do it when I want to do it. And then you tell me you said Tuesday anyway. And don't I feel stupid? Open mouth, insert foot. I do it every week. It's what I do. I'm good at it. You want to hear something funny? Speaking of Sky Allen, welcome to the show. Intergalactic Angler, welcome to the show. What's up, Wild Child Jedi Master 77? Giddy up. Good year. Welcome to the show. I did the biggest unintentional open mouth insert foot comment saying, so my uncle passed away, and before he did, we were all visiting each other at where he was at my cousin's house, where he stayed, her father. My uncle, my mother's brother. Anyway, I haven't seen my cousin Lenny since I was 7 years old. And what I remember is the pictures that I have. And I remember him being this tall, blonde-haired, Jesus-looking type of guy, because that's what he looked like to me. And I haven't seen him since. So I saw a picture of his face on Facebook, so I knew what he looked like now. When I walked into the house and I saw him, and I'm like, oh, that's got to be Lenny. I give him the man hug thing, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I haven't seen you in so freaking long. Meanwhile, everybody's, sitting on the couch and on the bed, and the family's all there. His wife's there, and there was like 20 people there. And there's an inside joke I didn't know that was being played, that's been played since he's been alive. So I say this. I say, man, the last time I saw you, well, geez, I don't know, man. I just imagined you would be a lot taller. See, he's 5'5". And they started laughing. And I didn't realize what I said immediately, but I hear them laughing, and I'm like, why? And I look at him, and he's looking at me, and he goes, he didn't mean it like that. And he goes, stop it. I go, no, I didn't mean it like that. Man, I go, I didn't mean it like that. I wasn't even thinking that. Then I found out later that they were just making fun of his height right before I walked in. calling him names and stuff. You know, the family does the ribbing and that. But I know it bothered them. When I said what I did, well, oh man, and I heard them laughing. And I recognized what kind of laugh that was. And I didn't like it. The being made fun of laugh. Carrie, you know. They're all going to laugh at me. And they all start laughing. That's what I felt like. I felt bad. But talk about open your mouth and insert foot. I totally could see on his face just... And then he goes, no, that's not what he meant. And I'm like, I didn't really. Like, who would say that? Like, I would really just come in and say, hey, man, I figured you to be taller. No, because when the last time I saw him, I was this big. And I always thought he was tall, but he wasn't. He was shorter than everybody there. Anyway, if I didn't say your name, doesn't mean I don't love you. It means I talk a lot. We got a lot of show to do. Kelly Lewis, LEW, welcome to the show. Brooke Ace, Sarah M, welcome to the show. Mike Johnson, how you doing, Chief? Welcome to the show, everybody. Hey, Renee Cruisin, welcome to the show. Andrew Gufonian, Superstar, welcome to the show. So let's get going. Ian McFadden, how you doing, matey? You look good for a nice buckle of Sean. There you are. Look at you in your old manhood there. I just said whatever came. So I want to play this for you. We're just gonna go right into the show. When I say I got a lot of stuff, it's a lot of stuff tonight. This was cool. I thought this was really in Florida, of all places. I have some interesting photos I've taken recently, but not like this. This is pretty cool. I thought this was, it's like I don't know how that happens all the time. I see it. I see pictures. I see pictures a lot. I try to figure it out. This is real. This isn't some Photoshop. See? It's video shop. So how did it divide? I mean, there's no mountains in Florida. Is it a big hill? Is it because there's another cloud in front of it that's that long? It's a very cool looking photo, man, or video. Very cool. Just chopped it right there. I love it. I know there's an explanation for it, but I want to know what the explanation is for this one, not the other ones that I've seen all over. I want to know about this. Anyway, it's really cool. That wasn't the video I wanted to play first. It was this video with, it's Jeremy Corbell. And it says here that they talked a lot about UFOs being shot down and the UFO shoot down attempts. They said on Weaponized, you're going to see an image of what the UK government shot at. And then you hear why Allied forces labeled it a UAP internally. But how the mass media reported something else. Well, this is about transparency, folks. And that show comes on at 3 a.m. Eastern, midnight Pacific over at Weaponized. I'll be there. I always watch Weaponized when it comes out. But anyway, here's a little snippet. Get you all pumped up.
Weaponized. In 2021, it was the 14th of December. It was reported across the media from BBC to the Ministry of Defense throughout the UK and the world over Syria that there was, in quotes, a hostile drone that was shot by the Royal Air Force. This was the first air-to-air firing from the Royal Air Force in 40 years.
Since the Falklands War, since the Falkland Islands War.
You know, we do have a strange image we want to show people today. We were able to confirm that this image that we have was associated with this event, meaning this is what we shot at. They labeled it Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon, UAP.
Of course they did. So that's later on. That looks pretty good, actually. Yeah, there's a a lot of interesting stuff that people are talking about. There's just a lot of reposting, rehashing, revisiting. It seems like everybody is focusing on Grush, and it's gotten like that, and also the mummies and the Peru thing. These are the three main topics that are out there. And now Jeremy brings up shooting. Remember in February, he talked about that. Shot at UFOs. And last year, same thing. He reported they were shooting at UFOs over war-torn areas where we had troops on the ground, or there were troops on the ground, seeing these spheres coming, acting aggressive. And I don't know what that means. What is an aggressive acting? Just come like zooming in and stopping, or just zooming, going by real fast without beeping its horn, tailgating. I mean, I don't understand. What's aggressive about some sort of drone? Could be alien, could be adversaries, could be friends. Nobody knows. But these round-looking objects, they call spheres, they're just coming in and observing things. Now, to me, everything seems to be mechanical, machine. Like, it doesn't seem alien. Well, what's an alien ship supposed to look like, Rich? Not like our technology. How do you know? It's a good question. I don't know. I really don't. I wouldn't know if it came up and bit me in the beep, So moving on with the narrative this year, another topic I just mentioned, the mummies. So today and each day this week, I'm only going to play a small snippet of what they're discovering. Today, I'm going to show you X-ray scans of the Nazca mummy skull from the first meeting. It's 2 minutes, but some good information here. See, I don't like it. Pisses me off. Because this could be the most realistic thing we'll ever see. And it looks like a freaking puppet, Muppet, doll, E.T., whatever. I'm still not buying it. And this guy's going to tell us some shit, and we're going to be sitting here going, he's a PhD, he's a doctor, he's a scientist, he has all these degrees, but he's in Mexico, man. Is it Jaime's guy? Is Jaime, give him, I don't think that they would do that, but I never heard of the guy before. Not that I've heard of scientists all over the world, but I wish it was somebody we knew, somebody we could trust outside of Mexico. But let's just see what they've got, because this is all we've got. Oh, sorry. It would be good if we had it. 3, 2, 1. Giddy up.
Podemos encontrar tejido óseo en todo su diámetro.
You're going to have to read it yourself. I'm not in the mood to read. Plus, it's loud. He's loud. So just read it.
Y en todo su borde del neurocráneo, lo que nos va a dividirnos, uno, lo que es bóveda craneana, con un hueso, con una lámina interna y una lámina externa, ¿no? Podemos ver que es grueso este hueso, tejido óseo. Y podemos diferenciar lo que son los huesos.
I don't know about you, but a pock-faced kid full of zits can't even hold up the scan up on the thing here. It looks like he just bought it with the plastic here. You just bought this light. See, this is what bugs me. It looks like they literally just bought this thing. No, they put plastic over it to keep it sanitized. That's not it. Shut off. You know damn well this was just bought. This guy's touching it and it's falling out. No. I don't like this at all. All right, I'm sorry. I had to interrupt and say something. Look at him. The kid's 18. He just got out of high school.
Externa, ¿no? Podemos ver que es grueso este hueso, tejido óseo. Y podemos diferenciar lo que son los...
See, that shows me he doesn't have experience with these things. This might be the very first time he's using that thing, clipboard.
Huesos propios de la cara. Presenta una mandíbula.
Yeah, got a jaw.
Esto vendría a ser lo que es un maxilar y unos huesos propios de la nariz, así como dos cavidades importantes, una cavidad orbitaria.
I mean, this guy's cracking me up. So he's showing us like this. This is him showing us the mummy. I'll have to pull it up, damn it. So let's say he's pulling something up, right? Oh, Richie. So let's say Tom DeLonge is the mummy, right? This is him. And let's say Tom's nose is the important part. And he's going, so you see, right here, right on the nose, and he's covering up the important parts. I went a long way for that with my disgusting jelly finger. Jelly finger. I don't even know what that means.
Y otra que vendría a ser la cavidad bucal. Esas cavidades son importantes. Luego, podemos...
They're important. Can you tell me why, Chico? Why they're so important there? Huh? Why? Why are they important? Nope. Just ignore it. And then he says, then we can see that he's had a big encephalic mass. Right? Encephalic?
Podemos ver que ha tenido una gran masa encefálica, ¿no? Ha tenido un buen espacio. Toda esa parte negra que podemos ver es cavidad hueca, es aire.
Donde había el cerebro.
Claro, exacto. Todo es aire. En esta imagen radiolúcida, todo es aire. Y esta imagen radiopaca viene a ser lo que es tejido.
He just said the same thing 3 times, didn't he? That's the 3rd time he's telling us that this is the bone up here. 3rd time. Like, you know what I mean?
Tejido óseo.
Okay.
Bien diferenciado.
And that's the 2nd time he said it's very well defined. Yeah, we see that there, Doc.
Bien diferenciado.
Entonces es un cráneo de veras.
He doesn't even have the glove on correctly. Look at this. It's all bunched up here, full of air. I don't think this guy's a real doctor. And look at the stethoscope. This side, all doctors know this. This side's always on the other side. Never goes on the right shoulder. You never do that. I'm joking. I just made that up.
No es un fraude.
Es un cráneo que tiene una estructura antropomorfa. Tiene las características de un ser humano.
No es un fraude.
No es un fraude. Con la radiografía yo puedo decir que esto no es madera, esto no es papel, esto no es una máscara. Definitivamente esto está en un estado de conservación perfecto. Muy buena pieza.
That is a very good piece and in perfect preservation. He said it. This is not a ball. I mean, this is not plastic. It is not paper. We can see it's not wood. All right, Chief. All right. He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. He said, this part right here is extremely important. Okay. And then he goes, and over here is the skull. And it's thicker. See? See how white? See? And over here, more skull. See how thick and white it is? But let's not forget, the nasal cavity has 2 passages, 1 for each nostril. And notice how thick the skull is. See how white it is? Thickness, skull. And here, the dark area, it's just air. It's where the brain matter went. See the back here where it's white and thick? That's a skull. Skull. And then up here, the thick, right, skull. Yeah, you guys have got it. Oh, it's skull. Yeah. Oh, this piece, skull. And that piece, skull. And this piece, skull. I mean, look at this guy. Does that look like the guy who knows what the anatomy of an alien should look like or is like? That looks like a kid, a millennial kid at that. A millennial Mexico kid at that. Because in Mexico, they are gullibles. And people love money in Mexico. Oh, more. Did you know there's a thing like, what do they call it? A cartel or something. Yeah. A lot of people, citizens, they get paid to shut up. Yeah. The cartel treats the citizens better than the government in Mexico. If you know how to play ball. Oh, hey, gosh. Oh, Jaime. So, with that being said, Sean Kirkpatrick on Alien Life. He says, if you are talking with NASA or the European Space Agency, and you're talking about looking for alien life out in the universe, it is a very objective, very scientifically sound discussion and discourse, he said, describing the public discourse. As that discussion gets closer to the solar system, somewhere around Mars, it turns into science fiction. And then as you even get closer to Earth and you cross into Earth's atmosphere, it becomes conspiracy theory. Interesting. I want to thank Tom DeLonge. What time? Nope, not yet. Not time yet. All right, let's start rolling. Mr. MBB333. This is good. This, guys, this is why you hold on to evidence. You never delete unless you have debunked it. You always hold on to shit because you never know when you're going to see it again. What is captured here is something I think I may have captured. A cube in, well, you're going to have to see this. It's amazing. It's from Portland, Oregon. This is Southeast Portland, Oregon, from a girl, Larissa Cruz, Cruze. This is just the other day on the 9th. It's really cool. And I think this is just like what I captured, what I call the cubes, stacked lights, either or. But here we go. Here we go.
Video footage from the night of November 9th of 2023 by Larissa Cruz. This thing starts off as a dual light, as you're going to see here in this video. Appears to be kind of rotating. It remains stationary in the sky, not moving up or down or side to side, but it does seem to be kind of tumbling in place or something like that. As you're going to see in this video is nearly 5 minutes long. This thing turns into what looks like some sort of a cube in the nighttime sky, filled with black spheres. But here's the video right here. The first half of the video, the object looks primarily like this, and then you're going to see it turn into some sort of a transparent cube in the sky, apparently filled with some sort of black spheres.
So you saw that comment right there? The text that popped up several miles away. I have to say, you know, this object could be 100 miles wide. But it could be 100 miles away, right? You can't just say stuff like that. You have to say it looks like it's 5 miles away. It looks like it's 3 miles away, but it's impossible to tell. You can never get an exact, unless you can hear it and see it or smell it or touch it. You cannot get close. Maybe. I don't know, man. It's very difficult, and I don't like it when they say that. Several miles? What is that? Several to me is 3 to 7. So, all right.
In the sky, apparently filled with some sort of
I know, I'm
black
really
spheres.
a dick.
Again, super bizarre. You can't make this stuff up.
But
Enjoy
details
the video,
matters.
guys. Here we go.
Details matter. This is very unique. I really enjoyed this one. So I tried to imagine what it is. Like, could it be a drone with lights on it? I'd have to duplicate it myself to see. Is this a LED balloon? Possibly. There could be a string attached to this thing with a 1,000-foot long rope tied to it, string. It could just be something that simple. That could be a flame inside of a contraption. You just can't tell. It's so far away that they can't focus in on it perfectly. It's the classic nightmare. Black on bright. A dot that could be anything. I like this, but I hate it. You know what? I like the music it makes. You hear the music it makes? I'm joking. Wouldn't that be cool if these UFOs did make those noises? And the cooler the object, the cooler the sound? I don't know. It's a weird one.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
That's not nice at all. Why? It's not nice.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response
That's not cool, man.
were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
So what do we got here, kids?
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Thank you.
God
Appreciate
have
it.
mercy on your soul.
Your soul. Unbelievable. This, to me, I've taped very similar stuff. Very similar. Just, I don't know. You know what? Do you know what the problem is, though, with the video? Even though it's pretty cool, you know what the problem is? There's no reference points. They don't back out enough for me to get a perspective on how far I think it might be. Is there a building or a tree, something in the distance, a mountain or whatever that I could use? You know, you don't see anything. It's just there. It's like, you know, a dot, and that's it. So as much as I like it, I hate it. I think that's it, really. I think it changes a little bit of the color. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Look at that. 5-pointed star. Don't know. We'll never know. That's the sin of all. I'll put the link to that in the show description so you guys can check it out. As soon as the show ends, you can go look. Oh man, don't forget to say thank you to Tom DeLonge. He's responsible for a lot of stuff. Oh, it's almost top of the hour. All right, let me see. Oh, I can't play that yet. Here's one. What in the world is going on? Oh, I was going to do this one yesterday. I'm not going to do it tonight. Nah. So, Thanksgiving is next week. And I I do Thanksgiving shows, and I will do one. It'll be based on the aliens discovering America. Or have you heard the story that about that white light that could have helped Christopher Columbus find where he was going? Find the Americas? The thing is, we didn't discover America first. As a matter of fact, we weren't even second. For another show. Maybe that day. All right. This says play this. Oh, so I'm in the middle of watching Oppenheimer. Holy crap, is it good? Oh my God, I'm exactly halfway through the movie. And at first I wasn't so sure. And then I saw who was directing it, and it was Christopher Nolan. Yeah, it was Gary Nolan. So I like his movies, and I started to understand more when I realized what he was trying to do. It is a powerful movie so far. I can't wait to see how it ends, or I know what happens, but I just got to the part where they had the success of the bomb working. All right, so the reason I brought that up, because Professor of Atmospheric and Oceanic Sciences, Brian Toon, says, in most of the history of the Earth, it has been a lot warmer than it is now, and a lot warmer than it could be in the next century. Did you know there were no ice caps when the dinosaurs were here? I didn't know that. The ocean was 300 feet deeper. 300! I think he tells us all of this here. That's where I got it from. Anyway, listen. That's nice. It's a nice little piece of history. Plus, you get to learn something.
In most of the history of the Earth, it's been a lot warmer than it is now, and a lot warmer than it could be in the next century. At the time of the dinosaurs, there were no polar caps.
See?
The ocean was 300 feet deeper, and animals and agriculture were really happy. There were plenty of animals on the planet. There were lots of crops. Plants will have a longer growing season in a warmer climate.
CO2.
CO2 is going to make a longer growing season. It'll be easier to plant crops in some places. Plants eat carbon dioxide. Trees are made of the air. Trees are nothing but solid air. They're almost entirely air and water. And, you know, they like CO2. So a lot of the agriculture will grow better. The thing that's a problem here is that we are not adaptable to change. You know, we don't like change. This is a problem in every aspect. We don't like birthdays. We don't like New Year's Day. Don't like change. That's the problem. It's not the Earth cares about this. The Earth has been in this state of much warmer climate before it's its normal state.
You know, get that out of there. I'm seeing a lot of Bob Jacobs stuff. You know the guy who said he saw a video, or he actually saw it happen, and was the guy who I think recorded or had the tape of a saucer, a UFO, shooting down a test missile with a dummy warhead on it, and captured it all on video. And Men in Black came to him and took the video. Apparently that's his story. There's Third Phase did a documentary on it. So did many other people. But that story is just being drummed up again. Because now people are saying, why would a UFO take down a dummy warhead that was non-threatening? Why would it do that? So I had an answer for myself. Of course, you want to know why? You guys are so cute. They're so cute in this field. They can't even think the field. They can't think outside the box. They're limited to what they're being told. They just don't know how to think outside. Because that UFO was being controlled by us. And we got it on video, acted like it wasn't us, created the threat, but we had somehow controlled flying these things. Or it was really a UFO thinking that that was a live warhead and shot it down. That is just bad research by the aliens. Because why would we shoot a rocket up in the middle of nowhere at a test site without a war happening nearby? You see that? See how it doesn't make sense? So if that's a true story, we don't know. If it's a true story, it's a good one. But again, no evidence. And the sad thing is, everybody believes what this guy's saying. How about this? How about it never happened the way he said it did? How about that? You ever think of that one? How about the guy lied so good, he kept it? How about that? What if he kept it and hid it and still has it? We need to get him on the show. Is he dead? Did he die yet? I want him on the show. Somebody find him, get him here. It's an order. Go out there and get him. So that's interesting, right? Nobody ever thinks like me. I'm telling you. Nobody thinks like me. I stole that from Trump. Nobody thinks like me. I'm a great thinker. When I was young, they said, you think fast for a 1-year-old. I said, I know. I'm a good thinker, a fast thinker, a quick thinker. I'm a critical thinker, a non-stinker. I got big hands, big gloves, and giant feet. I'm Donald T with a capital T. T. Yeah. All right, here we go. I was looking for this. You know what I love about this field? That it's a field. I love this field. Can you believe a couple of numbskulls don't know what the field is? How do you not know what a field is? Your mother's got... David Grush talking about potential murders to maintain the UFO cover-up. Now, that should have gotten headline news, the New York Times, front page, on The View. Everybody should have been talking about this the next day. Why? Why did it? Even News Nation. Everywhere it was televised on News Nation and Hulu, removed it for a minute off their homepage. Isn't that weird? Mainstream media gave it no attention. Very few places even mentioned it. Can you imagine a day where the government has a UFO committee hearing, subcommittee hearing, whistleblower, congressional UFO hearing talking about alien bodies, and nobody gave a care. Nobody cared. I think this is that is so weird to me. Just bizarre. I was going to play a clip here, but I just realized I don't think I can. It's a new YouTube channel. I'm not going to give the name. I'm not going to advertise. But it only has 2,870 subscribers. But their videos got 14,000 views in 2 days. How does that happen? I have 1,200 videos. I may have 3 that have more than 10,000. This person comes in brand new, right? not even 3,000 subscribers, gets 14,000 views on a video. And it's not even that good. It's another Grush interview. Who cares? Like, how many are there? It amazes me what YouTube does to us. It's so uncool. The people who do the most work don't get the promotions they should. Don't get promoted. The people who suck up to what those people in that side of the world believe in, they get everything that you could dream of. Kills me. All right, I got to talk about this. So Lue, Elizondo, or as we know him, Eligonzo, well, he's got this audio book. Yes, it's an audio book. Thank God Lue was smart. It was supposed to be published last month. It's 7 hours and 30 minutes long. He called it Disclosure. He's described as, and this made me super angry, described as the world's most credible authority on UAP and UFOs, was to tell the world what's inside a UAP and where do UAP go between sightings. The book description also doubles down that Lue was posted as director of U.S. government's highly sensitive ATIP in 2008, and that he led an international effort to study UFP. Here it is. Jesus. I don't know, man. See, Lue said, don't you remember the clip I used to play? Lue is not a UFO guy, he said. He's not about this. How did it? The Roswell crash site, the Phoenix Lights, Area 51, sightings, conspiracies, glimpses of the unexplained, decades of questions unanswered. Forget what you think you know about UFOs. On June 25th, 2021, the Pentagon released an historic report confirming 144 incidents of UAP with no easy explanation. The U.S. Navy and Air Force have confirmed ongoing sightings of bizarre objects moving at blinding speeds, often around nuclear and defense sites. Barack Obama has publicly acknowledged the concern. Luis Elizondo spent an accomplished military career hunting drug traffickers and terrorists before being posted as director of U.S. government's highly sensitive ATIP in 2008. In that capacity, Elizondo led an international effort to study UFOs around the world. Shocked by what they found, what'd they find? What'd they find? Anybody? What'd they find? I didn't think they found anything. What'd they find? All right, listen to this. Oh, it killed me. Oh, it killed me. Shocked by what they found, Elizondo told his commanding officers the world needs the full truth. Oh, this is when he was working at ATIP. This is the story he tells on Unidentified, episode 4, last 6 minutes. When Elizondo's superiors refused, he resigned his post in order to go public. Since then, he has led the global disclosure effort. No, he hasn't. Oh, what a crock of shit-gum doodles. Are you kidding me? No, this is terrible. They're lying so bad. This is so bad. Are we alone? Our government's in possession of wreckage. What do we know about the science and tech of UAP? Nothing. You don't know anything. Oh, I can't wait to get this book. What's inside a UAP? Oh my God, they're going to use Bob Lazar's testimony. Where do UAP go between sightings? Where do they go? Oh my God. Oh my God. Please. Oh, please make the book available tonight. God, I'll listen to that shit and fast forward. I'll listen to it in 3 hours and 15 minutes. Oh my God. This is going to be great. Do you know how much material is going to be in there? Oh my God. Where do UAP go between sightings? Well, we don't really know, to be honest. That's the answer. That's the answer. I can't wait to hear what's in this book. I can't wait. Because he's got to say, well, we don't actually know where they go, which is why we call them a threat, because we can't even track where they go, follow where they go, see where they go, keep up with where they go. We don't know where they go. We only know what we know, and that's nothing. And that nothing? It's nothing. They don't know anything. Or they know it all. Or they know it all. And we'll never find out. So imagine 2 scenarios. 3. You've got the truth, you've got the lies, and then you have the disinfo. You can say disinfo is lies. I'm not. I'm saying disinfo. It's part of the game. This is unbelievable. This is great. This is great. And the biggest question of all, who are they? Who are they? Look at this at the end. As a civilian with high-level national security clearance, Elizondo is widely viewed as the world's most credible authority on... This memoir reveals groundbreaking, even shocking details of what a tip learned, and the profound implications not just for humanity, but for everything we think we know about our lonely place in the universe. You know? You know what I mean? You see what time it is? That's right. It is time. Into Thin Air put a video out. Into Thin Air put a video out. So we're going to look at this, 2 days ago video. Now, I looked at this and it still holds up for today. Even though we put another video out, it doesn't lessen the value that was put into this video because it's happening as we speak. Iceland, state of emergency. Oh, I've got some photos to show you and some video of Iceland cracking in half. Check it out. Into Thin Air, everybody. Bum, bum, bum. I'll get to the super chats.
It is November 11th, 2023, and we're going to talk about a few things that might be flying under the radar with all the craziness going on in this world today. As some of you may already know, the small island nation of Iceland and the southwestern peninsula has been put under a state of emergency after quite literally thousands of earthquakes have taken place in just the past 48 hours. The graph on your screen now shows all the seismic activity from October 1st to present day, and as you see towards the end, the eruption of thousands of earthquakes, which now has caused evacuations and that state of emergency based on fears of yet another volcanic eruption. The area that is said to be in the most danger is a place called Grindavik, with a population of about 4,000 people. The most important thing to note here is that the volcano or set of volcanoes is only about 6 miles away, as you can see here on Google Earth. Now, for the life of me, I cannot pronounce the name of this volcano, so I got a little help. All right, and one of the articles stated this. In a statement on Friday, the IMO said significant changes have occurred in the seismic activity with tremors moving towards Grindavik over the course of the day. It added that magma has likely extended beneath the town, and it was not possible to determine exactly whether or where it could emerge. The amount of magma involved is significantly more than what was observed in the largest magma intrusion associated with the eruptions place at this volcano. Now, one of the big fears here not only is the eruption itself, but the formation of fissures opening up underneath this populated area. Now, after doing a little bit of research, this area does tend to get a lot of earthquakes, mostly tremors, but in this situation, for the government to be this adamant about a volcanic eruption and all the different news outlets covering this story, you could see here in this title, imminent volcanic eruption in Iceland prompts evacuations amid 3,000 plus recorded earthquakes. That number is actually higher as we speak. Now, one thing that needs to be taken into consideration is the area in which this volcano and this part of Iceland lies. The mid-Atlantic ridge, as you can see where my cursor is a fault line that stretches all the way up the center of the Atlantic Ocean, all the way up into the North Atlantic, basically dissecting the entire area of Iceland. And as we zoom into this area, you begin to see just the insane amount of earthquakes that have taken place in just the last 24 hours. And as we get closer, you begin to notice a very dense area of earthquakes, which is where, as they described in the articles, contains the movement of magma into the area, basically covering the entire Southwest Peninsula. Now, with all that said, take a look at this article that was posted today, just a few days after we posted here on the Into Thin Air channel, how not only do solar flares affect things like GPS, cell phones, internet, we also spoke about how these solar flares and the intense solar wind are responsible for causing crust displacements, aka earthquakes and volcanic activity. And we just happened to have yet another major solar storm on its way, expected to hit later tonight and tomorrow. Very quickly, take a listen to this. Strong magnetic storms of red level will last all upcoming weekend. Experts predict a prolonged storm with a K-index 6 on Saturday and Sunday, November 11th and 12th. It goes on to talk about the solar storm we just had, and it says, according to data from NOAA, strong magnetic storms with a K-index of 6 have been going on for several days. November 8th, the storm reached a K8 level. So not only are we in a situation where we now have an article verifying what we talked about in our video from a few days ago about all the different effects that these solar storms have on the Earth, but it specifically talks about the physical effects it has on human beings. Take a listen to this little clip we posted about this situation. This is launching solar particles at the Earth's surface, its magnetic field, and is expected to cause anything from internet outages, cell phone service interruptions, almost certain radio blackouts. And as I've talked about time and time again, some people get physical effects from these solar storms, including possible headaches, feeling dizzy, all sorts of different things. All right, and again, what we're seeing here is an article put out by MSN.com just days after posting a video talking exactly about those physical effects and crust displacement. Now, the reason I bring this up is because the timing is just insane. What could a possible strong solar storm do to an already weak area such as Iceland that is filling up with magma and being evacuated in the event of a volcanic eruption? That is one of the big questions I have, and I'll certainly be watching this throughout the next few days, and I highly recommend you all keep a very close eye on this situation. Any sort of significant updates I will bring you here right on the channel or on the Instagram and X pages, which I highly recommend you go subscribe to. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please leave your questions and concerns down below. Shout out to Canada, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.
Stop right there, my friends. If you have not...
Nice. That was a good video. I figured I'd play it all because it was good. I got lost. Next thing I know, I'm watching it and I get lost in the video. You know, I'm like you. I'm just like, man, that's a lot of earthquakes, you know? I got to show you some video that came out from Iceland, though. It's cracking in half in some parts. I wanted to thank a few people midway through the show. G-Bay Taylor with the $2 thanks for keeping us all in the loop super chat that came in about 10 minutes ago. So I want to thank you for that. And I'm not sure, that may be your first one here. So I want to thank you for that. And, you know, we used to do like a special thing for first time super chats and stuff, but we don't. Thank you, GB Taylor, for the $2 super chat, keeping us all in the loop. Back good. All over those without deuces. I don't know what that means. Thank you, GB Taylor. You're now in the family. So, you know, just leave your blood at the door. Appreciate the super. Alexander Dansby is a family member as well with a $1 super dono. What's a dono? It's a donation with no super chat or emoji. Something we do here. It's to show the heart. It's showing love. You're leaving yourself exposed for the world to see that the love between you and me, and not that kind of love, but you know that for ufology, we're all out to get to the same goal, the truth. No matter how hard or how funny it seems, we can all work together and make the truth visible. We'll never get the truth. We can. Thank you, Alexander Dansby. Mucho gusto, generoso. And Jessica Paquette with a $2 great show tonight. Are you sure? Or are you just saying that? I know it's good, right? It's not bad. It's all right. It's okay. Well, you're going to watch it anyway. That's all right. That's okay. Well, I'm going to watch it. All right. Thank you, Jessica Paquette. Mucho gusto, generoso. You are a continuing supporter of GoofOn. And the continuing supporter of GoofOn herself, the angel of GoofOn, Jeanette Angel. That is a $5 super sticker. That's a Mucho Gusto Entertainment style super support. Thank you, Jeanette, for continuing to support the show the way you do. And Greg O'Brien, the GOB, with $20 on PayPal, says, I feel like slamming my couillons in a car door. Less painless. Keep them honest, Dr. Rich. See, people are sick of being lied to. See, they come here for the like-mindedness. Oh, GoofOn thinks like I do. Or I think like him. I don't know. Either way, we think the same, don't we? That's true, Jeff Goldblum. Oh, I see you talking about UFOs again tonight. Maybe you should talk about black holes. Oh, yeah. I'll get that down. I got to practice, though. I haven't practiced. Thanks to Into Thin Air for playing that. For allowing me to play that video. I'll put the link to his channel, the video, in the show description as soon as the show kaputs. Thanks, Jeanette. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the show. All the links are in the show description. You can help support the show the same way. Tom DeLonge. All right. So forever, I gave and still will give Tom DeLonge shit. He is a gullible man-child. I'm just telling you as I see it. A gullible man-child who had some money and connections. How, I have no idea. But when you're a celebrity, you have fans out there who will do anything for you. I want to get to meet Hal Puthoff. I want to get to meet this guy. I want to get to meet that guy. I want to bring disclosure to the world, he says. And he found it. He found it in his mind. And TTSA was born to the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences. They were supposed to build a ship out of the donations. Now, believe it or not, when it first came out, I thought of maybe donating. Like, why not? Just because, something to do. $5, who cares? However, they weren't taking any donations less than, what was it, $250? 50? I think it was 50. Maybe it was 50. It was 50. No donations less than 50 or something like that. It was really ridiculous. It was rude. So you're not going to take $40? I got two 20s. You don't want it. So screw you. No, they didn't want it. They wound up getting 3 million or so, somewhere around 3 mil. People gave this money over a couple of years to a cause that started out in Tom DeLonge's hands and wound up being in Tom DeLonge's hands. See, you remember when DeLonge went on Joe Rogan and he was talking about his peen, his junk? Well, the powers that be over at the To the Stars Academy didn't like it. Obviously, something happened behind the scenes and they brought in Elizondo. Like right away, too, like a month later, I think. Maybe 3, whatever it was quick. Because I remember saying, my God, wow, they probably had this guy already vetted and ready to go, which makes sense. You can't just vet somebody in 1 to 3 months and say that's the guy we're going to give clearance to for the UFOs and all that stuff. But they brought in Elizondo. Tom was now not the main guy, although he never really was. Tom DeLonge, because of who he is with Blink 182 and his popularity with the younger generation, it made for a very interesting way to get the youth into the field, look at what's going on, and now we have all these new eyes that are going to be brainwashed into believing there's a threat. See, it started out with TTSA going to be this artsy-fartsy type of way of bringing the truth about UFOs and aliens to the world through music, through art, through creating, through entertainment. That's what To the Stars Academy of Art Sciences was supposed to be. And they were going to do real studies, real scientists, real research, right? Remember Arts Parts? Me neither. It's unbelievable what it turned into a circus. Just like the whistleblower thing is a circus now. Yeah, they, whoever the powers that be, I want to know who makes the decisions here. Because I hear names, but I never see them. I don't know who they are. Like, who is deciding everything that happens? Yeah, I always wondered. I don't believe what they tell us. They're going to say somebody, oh, Susan Go, Christopher Mellon made that. Did he? I want to see signatures. That's one thing I questioned Elizondo's authority at ATIP with. I want to see a document with his signature on it. I want to see that he actually worked there. I'm sorry, I'm only wanting to know the truth. He did, of course he worked at ATIP, but what was his real role there? Window dressing. That's all it was. Because he made the threat, right? Tom DeLonge's just sitting there watching everything. You remember when we saw Unidentified and they were driving from one location to the next, or they were in a meeting with somebody from another country or a government, and Tom DeLonge's just sitting there like, and Lou's like, well, we've got a problem here. We've got this threat and we don't know what it is. So we're here to see what you guys are finding and locating. Maybe if you had a little evidence, Tom, what do you think? Maybe you want to add a little bit to this? Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, man. Let me tell you, that's great, Tom. Thank you very much. I just wanted to say something. And they would shut him down. Oh, yeah, we're going to do it. What we plan on doing, guys, is we want to build. That's great, Tom. Tom's a little gung-ho. He's a little, he's ready to go. We're not there yet, Tom. We're not quite there. What does he mean, build a UFO. Did you say that, Tom? Yeah, what? He didn't say that. But I could have sworn, are we recording? And Lue took over. And it was that. It was exactly like that. Lue was shushing, zipping, zopping every step of the way. There's no way Tom DeLonge would put up with that. And Lue wouldn't put up with that. You have two personalities that are A-type personalities. They're used to being the front man. Lue's used to making decisions without somebody over his shoulder looking over, I'm sure. It was a bad combination, and Tom got screwed. I believe Tom DeLonge got screwed. However, there's this little... Have you ever heard of karma? Me too. See, karma's a bitch. It really is. And when it comes for you, you won't even realize why till it's too late. Thank God I realized why, and I put a change to it. That's why I've been in the hospital all year. What was I saying? Must not have been that important. But they did. They got rid of Tom. Made him look like an asshole. They did. But Tom did it to himself. You don't go on the biggest podcast in the world and talk about your penis if you want to be credible in the UFO field. That's what I was always told. You cannot say penis. You think I'm kidding. I worked for, I had my show, Paranormal Code. I think I did. And it was with Art Bell's producer. And Jimmy Church was the lead-in for our show. I went on after Jimmy Church. And I forget what was it? Everybody knows. What was the name of it? Something Mountain? What is it? Anyway, I told a joke. And the word penis is in the joke. It was a joke about an alien. Don't remember the joke, but it was very as clean as I can, and I used the technical term. Oh my God, you wouldn't have. As soon as the show ended, you got an email. You cannot say penis. What? You cannot say penis. People will not think you're credible. I go, but I didn't just come out and say, hey, penis, you know? Penis UFO, maybe? How about a penis UAP, huh? I didn't do that. It was a joke that I made that had the word penis. And it was I thought, a very silly joke, but kind of funny. But that was my last show I ever did on that network. I said to one of my friends who helped me get that position there, I said, that guy's crazy. It's not my style. If I can't say, see, he didn't like it that I was who I was and said what I said and acted the way I did. He was just looking to get me out. So I just made it easy. And I fell for it. It's all right. That whole thing blew up in their faces because Art Bell got screwed anyway. Oh, Jimmy Church is holding Art Bell's chair, and Jimmy Church thought he was going to be the next Art Bell. Oh, I'll never forget it. He was so mad, Jimmy Church, when he found out that Art Bell wasn't coming back. I sat here and did this podcast in his chair. I kept the seat warm, and he's not even coming. By the way, remember a year or so ago, the rumors that Jimmy Church and Christina Gomez were an item? They are. So I was right the whole time. Anyway. Whatever. So Lue has the book coming out, Disclosure. It was scheduled to come out last month, but it's not coming out. And I don't know why there's a delay. Check it out, though. When you go to look at it, see, at Booktopia, sorry, the book you're looking for is not available right now. Huh. I wonder why. Yeah, just can't get it. Not available. Huh. I wonder why. I hope we get to, believe me, I don't know. I would love to read that on the show, you know, excerpts from it. You're allowed to do that, right? That's not copywriting, is it? Reading a book? I don't see how that could be. Oh, here we go. So I wanted to play this video about Tom DeLonge. Tom DeLonge learned something shocking from the government. And it kept him up for 3 nights, he said. He talked about it on, I think it was Brian Keating podcast. He said that these beings have been around for such a long time. Thousands, maybe millions of years. See, this is the thing about Tom DeLonge. He's just like all the other gullibles. No evidence for what he's saying. And for some reason, this isn't, I can't, it won't let me open it. Let's try it again. Oh, there we go. I'm going to play this for you. It's just an hour long. No, it's a few minutes. Here we go. You know, for Tom DeLonge to literally, he took a risk. As much as I don't care for the guy, he took a big risk. He could have lost everything doing this. All of his fans could have just disowned him, said this guy's nuts, but they didn't. They didn't even care. He got more popular because of it. So that's a plus. But it didn't do much for the UFO community as far as providing evidence. You know, TTSA did absolutely nothing but confuse the hell out of everyone and everything. And in the end, it turned out to be a shit show by shitty people who were in shitty roles for a shitty guy named Elizondo, who probably ran a shit show. Can you imagine that tyrant, that bully, you're being your boss? You're going to do it. Oh, you know, I just thought maybe, did you not listen to me? You know, condescending. I'm probably wrong, but so far I've been right about him. Yeah, all right. Not that that matters. All right, let's hear what Tom DeLonge was kept up for. Why 3 nights?
Of your work in this UFO topic, and he
Scary.
or she.
Oh, it's Kurt Jamungle.
What was it that Tom was told that kept him up for 3 days?
Oh, well, I don't talk about that, but there was. I remember, I remember having discussions. The company that I keep with people like Jim, they just, you know, and Hal, and the way their
Jim
minds.
Semi Van Hal put off.
What's really cool about Jim, by the way, is that I've learned how to parse information a lot better. I'm not going to ever be, you know, him. You know, this guy is master spy. You know, but I learn a lot. Like learning how to be a little bit more skeptical with information, being able to put these things together and think differently. But they're all such really big.
In other words, don't be so gullible. Be a critical thinker.
Big thinkers, and they don't just grab onto a piece of data because it exists and says, oh, this matters and this means everything. It's very much like forming patterns and analyzing over time. So I remember like hanging out with all these guys in the beginning, and one of the bigger things was just about me understanding the stakes of this, because you come into this as a WKRP. This kind of answers your question about like what keeps me up at night, or what kept me up when I was discussing things, was not understanding the stakes. not really coming to grips with this being real. Like, it's one thing when you see a video or you read it in a book, and you're like, oh, whoa, this is all, but you don't know if the video is real. That's why it was so important with the ones we brought out, had chain of title all the way back to the DoD. So we knew those were real. It wasn't just like it was on YouTube and leaked. So it's the idea of bringing forth things that where they come from, and you really.
But everything he brought forward turned out to be bunk. And for those, Kurt Jamungle, the UFO field, this isn't his specialty of interest. This guy's a physicist, I think, scientist. He mainly does shows on that kind of stuff, propulsion technology. And so maybe he's a little more methodical when it gets to these types of interviews, maybe. But I have to admit, Kurt Jamungle, he does ask some really good questions to people. He does his homework for the most part. It's not easy to get it right, but hey, it is what it is. It's Tom DeLonge.
Really take it from that point forward and start getting really good data and evidence on people's encounters and the stakes that come with that. And that when I've talked about this as a threat, that's just my words, right? I mean, I would never know the way the government treats that. That's not my zone, obviously. But for me and my own personal research, if something's been here for a long period of time and it really is showing up in people's bedrooms or in front of an F-18 or on a petroglyph wall or in an ancient text down in the archives of the Vatican or whatever it might be, it's obviously doing something. And it's obviously having an influence. And it might only be an influence on where we end up as mankind, or it might be an influence to keep us suppressed in a weird way to where they can take advantage of something, who knows. But it's here for a reason, and it's not really being, forward about its intent.
It's not being forward in its intent. How about it's not being forthcoming with anything? How about that? Nobody's talking to these aliens, getting information on what their intentions are, Tom A. Know what I mean? Maybe in 1955, they talked to Eisenhower and the boys made a deal, right behind the rock in the cave. But I don't know, man. I think that we're in for some really strange months and years ahead. I'm telling you, man. I got a really strange feeling that we're going to see some technology that we're not going to believe. We're not going to believe it's ours. I think it's coming. Look, in all seriousness, we may be at the beginning stages. I think World War III is a very strong possibility. And if that's on the table and it is going to happen, then that to me would be the perfect time to do the false flag alien invasion. And then that's when you call on, we're going to call on our enemies to help each other? Are you kidding? Really? The world is going to get together just like Independence Day in the movie? Huh? All right. Yeah, we'll see. It's like nobody's panicking. Nobody's really worried. It just seems like business as usual. I got to tell you, we're in a weird time. Let me tell you this. If we do start World War III, if that does happen, I bet you we're going to see all sorts of crazy craft. And it's probably going to be our technology. It's just new. We've never seen it because there hasn't been any wars. Well, involving us, where we could use long range or medium range missiles or technology, drone technology. However, China has hypersonic interballistic nuclear missile warheads that can reach the United States in an hour, right? 30 minutes? And we can't stop it. Yeah, it's going to be bad.
But we do know that we've been dealing with it for a long period of time. And so when you start coming to like the way they think and the stakes involved and the reality of it, and I start hearing about these encounters from the people that were there, I remember in regards to the question you asked, I was out in Colorado Springs and I had a meeting with a couple of generals and we were just shooting the shit about all this stuff. And something was discussed that, you know, it wasn't some big classified thing. It was more like things that people are having happen to them or witnessing, and it's an issue. And I remember waking up in the middle of the night, just go, I was like, you start to look around you and not really trust your environment. You know, it's like, whoa, like really? Like this is real. Like my mom is really religious. Like she's like a born again Christian and hardcore fanatic, you know, religious woman. And I grew up in a household where my dad wasn't. So that was part of like the big butting of the heads. And it was a broken home. But I remember thinking at that time frame when I was talking about some of these things that I just want to discuss, where I couldn't sleep very well, I was like, if my mom really believed that Jesus is real and would show up in her room and float towards her with a crown of thorns, I mean, she would freak. Right. She would have a heart attack. That would scare her, even though she bases her whole life on it, like who she hangs out with.
Right. That's true. People who are religious, if Jesus, same thing with aliens. Like we all want to see aliens and maybe even be abducted for the ride. But if we saw one up close, I'm sure it wouldn't be fun. At first, it might be. I don't know. Every situation would be different. But he's right. You know, you don't know. You'll probably freak out. If, you know, you pray to Jesus every night. You read the Bible every night. You say prayers all day long. But if Jesus walked out of the bathroom in the middle of the night and says, hey, you got any washcloths in here? Or you'd freak out. Be like, holy, nah. Not holy. You would freak out. Maybe not. I don't know. See, if Jesus really did walk out of the bathroom at 3 a.m., he would do one of these first. He would calm you down first with the, one of those, you know, do one of those. Some, right? Get the maloikas. Anyway, Tom DeLonge, super gullible guy who thought he could trust the government to do the right thing and bring disclosure to the forefront, make history, and he got railroaded. They waited. The very first mistake Tom DeLonge made by saying penis and all that on the Joe Rogan show, the very first mistake the poor guy makes, and they silence him by not including him in the reindeer games, by not giving him more lines in unidentified, by keeping him as, you know, an assistant to Lue. At least that's what it looked like to the rest of the world. And people were saying that in the comment. I thought Tom DeLonge was running this. I didn't know that Lue was taking over. Oh, I see. You know, people were a little upset. But then, you know, Lue made his statements, you know, we just don't see eye to eye, so we had to shut him up. And I'm leaving. Then Lue leaves. After 4 years, TTSA, right? Leaves to do his own thing. And then Tom DeLonge's left with the ruins, I guess. Wonder how that panned out. Didn't they go bankrupt? Didn't want something like $4 million in the lawsuit? I'm not sure. I don't know how they did it, but I think they put they put a TSA out now. 2 Stars Academy or the Stars Academy. I don't know what it is. What's this? David Wilcox, not Wilcock, NFLD. Newfoundland. Ask GPT what aliens will do. Thank you for the $5 super Canadian chat. I'm going to do it right now. Let's pull it up. Shall we? What is it? Chat. Here it is. All right, let me pull you guys in now. Oh, I have to sign in. Let me sign up. I never signed up. Okay. I had to think which account I wanted to use. Tell us about you. They want to know my birthday and all this Come on. I gotta give my phone number? I've got the greatest phone number too. It's so easy. Please enter the code. Where is it? Here it is. It is pop, 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 pop. Beep, 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 beep. Here we go. Okay, let's go. So what's this to up? All right, so what do I do? Send a message, give me ideas, write an email, explain air turbulence. So where do I do it? What's this upgrade? Let me bring you in. Upgrade my plan. My current plan, unlimited messages, interactions, and history, access to GPT-35 model, access to da-da-da. So what's the upgrade? $20 a month. Access to GPT-4, our most capable model. Browse, create, and use GPTs. Access to additional tools like so can I just type in something and that's it? David? Is that all I need to do? What will aliens do? What do you mean, what will aliens? Just say, what will aliens do? What will aliens do if World War III started? Here we go. Oh, shit. Here we go. The scenario of aliens responding to a hypothetical World War III is purely speculative and falls outside the realm of current scientific knowledge. As of my last knowledge update in January 2022, there is no evidence or confirmation of ET life. Therefore, any speculation about how aliens might react to a world war is purely a matter of imagination and has no basis in reality. If intelligent ET life were to exist, predicting their actions would be highly uncertain. The behavior of hypothetical aliens would depend on their own motivations, values, and understanding of interstellar affairs, which we currently have no way of knowing. In the realm of science fiction, various authors and creators have explored different scenarios involving aliens and human conflicts. These scenarios range from peaceful observations to direct interventions or even conflict. However, there are fictional and creative interpretations rather than predictions based on actual knowledge. It's important to approach discussions about aliens and hypothetical scenarios with an understanding that they are speculative and not grounded in current scientific evidence. There you have it. What he said. That was good. Thanks, David. Thanks for the super chat, too. Oh, I already did. Do you know how many people believe in the CIA scumbag John Ramirez? I'm sorry. The CIA goat. I'm sorry. Oh. Here. Oh, wait. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Slattery? Is that his name? Peter Slattery? John Slattery? Oh, this guy's a yoke. Oh, man. 2 yokes don't make it right. It makes things get scrambled. Oh, Jiminy Glick. You see, that's why a guy like this, look at him. It looks like he just took a shoot. He and John Ramirez are just alike. They are both,
Interested in the DNA of extraterrestrials and the DNA of humans that may contain extraterrestrials.
Oh, shut off.
Enhancements. I don't know.
There's a cognizance, I believe, within the intelligence community, particularly CIA, that there are humans among us that might be more extraterrestrial than human. And how do you identify them?
Did you hear what he just said? There are humans on the earth that are more human than humans. Huh? More human than human. Listen.
More extraterrestrial than human. Humans among us that might be...
Come on, Rich!
Particularly intelligence community, particularly CIA, that there are humans among us that might be more extraterrestrial than human.
Oh, okay. There are humans among us that might be more extraterrestrial than human. So, can I just rephrase that? So, there are aliens that look like humans, is what he's saying. There are human beings, he said, that have more ET in them than human, which makes them alien. So, what do they call that? A verbal salad? You know, what do they do that? That's what he's doing. God, I hate this guy. Always have from day one. I see right through this guy's eyes. Right through him. Right to his heart. This guy's evil. I mean that. He's bad. Why? Because he's just disinformation. He's disinfo. 1,000,000%. Don't ask me how I know. I'm asking you to have faith that I know what I'm doing and that I can see it. Believe me, I see it. This guy. There's no doubt about it. In my mind. Just looking at him, I'm actually looking away because I get physically sick looking at him. I start shaking. See?
And how do you identify them? That could be a major factor in why they were interested in that. And there's also I guess you would call contact tracing of like who's who.
Right.
And so what they did reveal that there was an interest in certain families.
How would you understand families?
I understand families to mean bloodlines.
Right.
that they were interested in certain bloodlines going.
See, why do you have to say it twice? Interest in bloodlines, and then the bloodlines. No reason to say it twice there. The reason he did it, because he's bullshitting and he's resetting for the next sentence. That's what it is.
Families to mean bloodlines.
Right.
That they were interested in certain bloodlines.
Like, why would you say it twice there? You know what I mean? The guy's not an idiot. He's 3 feet away from you.
Going back to
ancient times.
Who knows? Ancient times.
Did they mention other heritages around the planet that through this marker?
I was specifically told that the Cherokee heritage, the Cherokee Nation, had something to do with the phenomenon. And furthermore, that it has something to do with perhaps even the actual existence of Atlantis.
Oh, God, did you see it? Right after he said Atlantis, he did the head jerk of all head jerks. Wow. He's just guessing. Watch.
The actual existence of Atlantis.
Dink. Oh, what a dink. Right at the end.
The actual existence of Atlantis.
Dink. I love it. Oh, this guy. You got to put yourself into your own perspective. Love it.
Perhaps even the actual existence of Atlantis.
Ding.
That they may have been survivors of Atlantis.
And he did it again. He said it twice again. It's, in Atlantis. And then, Atlantis. Listen.
That they may have been. And furthermore, that it has something to do with perhaps even the actual existence of Atlantis.
Bing.
That they may have been survivors of Atlantis.
Bing. He just said the same thing twice. Because the liar, even though he doesn't need it from Flattery, whatever her name is, even though he doesn't need it, he's looking for confirmation from Slattery. So when he just said that, aliens, and they were aliens, because Slattery's just sitting there stone-faced. So the liar says it again, he's kind of saying, didn't you hear what I just said? And he repeats it seconds later. Typical pattern for a lie. That is so right on the books. That's why I don't like him. He doesn't even care. He's always been easy to read. Ramirez, dirty as they come. I don't like him. Matter of fact, he's as bad as they come. It's my opinion, and I'm going to stand by it. I love this because I'm watching Oppenheimer. And, Tom DeLonge, even though we thanked him tonight, thank you, Tom DeLonge, again, for trying where others have failed. You got as far as anybody will ever get. Because of Tom DeLonge, I'm just going to tell you this and then forget about Grush. Forget about him for a second. I don't give a shit. But just to button this up, Tom DeLonge got the ball rolling, said it was all about entertainment. We're going to teach the world through entertainment, through music, movies, drama, dance, whatever the hell, right? He said that. To the stars of arts and sciences, to the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences. He didn't hide anything. Tom DeLonge was 100% being truthful with everyone because he believed it. He really did. A couple of years ago, was when I changed my mind about Tom DeLonge to not be such a dick to him because he didn't know what he was doing. I wouldn't know what to do. And I'm sure I would be played, not as easily. But when you are as gullible as Tom DeLonge is, and you believe in it because that's just your nature, you're not a critical thinker. You're just a believer, and that's that. And you believe without the proper evidence. And Tom DeLonge was the perfect patsy for when things go south. Blame it on him because he doesn't understand order. He doesn't understand the military, the defense, because Tom DeLonge's a civilian. He shouldn't even be here in Elizondo's eyes. He doesn't understand what we're talking about. He doesn't know the lingo. I said that was a 10:35. He thought we had lunch at 10:35. I said, no, a 10:35 is when somebody gets shot in the back for saying the wrong thing. You know what I mean? So there was a communication gap. There was an attitude gap because you have two A-type personalities bumping heads, right? Tom DeLonge thinks things should go this way. Elizondo knows things need to go this way. So you get this, and eventually, is anybody home? No, they went bankrupt. You know why? Yeah, I do. You do? Why did they go bankrupt? Because they didn't make enough money with the programs and entertainment that they were providing? That is correct. Yes. So what's Tom DeLonge's role now? Civilian and TSA, right? I don't know what it is. I don't know. Don't care. Because I only care what Tom DeLonge did in the beginning. And that was get really what it all comes down to in Tom DeLonge was the mainstream media play. He is responsible for starting that. And I thank you for that, Tom DeLonge. Thank you for giving it a try. Where other celebrities with the means, the know-how, and the money to maybe help find some answers. I'd like to see Kurt Russell get involved. He saw the Phoenix Lights in his airplane. I'd like to see him get involved. You know who should come back, get involved again? What's his name? Dan Aykroyd should come back. He was good at delivering the message, but boy, he's just as gullible as Tom DeLonge. He believed in the same stories without the evidence. We might go a little long tonight because I still have stuff I wanted to play. What time is it? Oh, it is. It's time to go. So, still have a lot of stuff to go over. I never did that show this weekend because of what happened in the family. You know, my uncle passed away. And then, my dad fell. My mom's neighbor passed out in his driveway. The neighbors across the street weren't home, so called to go and help. And oh my God, the ambulance was there. He just brought my mom's neighbor walking his wife. She was in the hospital with COVID, almost died. She's coming home Saturday. He's walking her up the driveway. He passes out. Nobody gets a break. My dad can't stop falling. And he's falling and getting injured. And it's just been cleaning up a mess after mess. It's just been a very busy weekend. So tomorrow I'll do that Turkey UFO thing for you guys, the Nuremberg. Hey, if you guys have anything you want me to look at when it comes to that Turkey, send it to me. Okay, email it, goofonradio@gmail.com. If you have anything you need me to see or you want me to see. So send any evidence or anything to goofonradio@gmail.com. No dots if you're sending UFOs. But there's the email. The link's in the show description as well. So we'll be back tomorrow. I see Alien Girl's back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. I was there this morning. I'm like, your mother's ass. I wanted to listen today. I needed it today. You don't understand, Alien Girl, if you're here. You don't get it. Maybe you do. I don't know. But even us need it. Now I understand more than ever. When Amy's not around in the morning, I'm a little upset. I'm selfish that way. I'm a little upset. I like listening. I wish it was 90 minutes. So it's the first 15 minutes I'm listening. I'm getting ready for the day. And then the next 15 minutes I'm driving and I'm listening. So I can't type in. Then it takes another 10 minutes for me to get it set up for my little antibiotics. And then I'm sitting there for 40 minutes and it's only 20 to 8. So I get 20 minutes to really just socialize, and that's it. So don't forget, Alien Girl tomorrow morning, morning UFOs and coffee. We'll be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. And don't forget, be nice. I hate that. I hate that. Just enjoy your life and enjoy everything. Life goes by so fast. And you know what? You got to keep moving. That's how you stay healthy. Keep moving. Do stuff. I don't know what else I wanted to say, but all right, take care. Thanks for hanging out tonight. It was a pleasure. I needed this. I can't stand taking one day off. And thanks for thumb-upping the show. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, especially those short videos. Thank you for clicking on those. That helps. We're getting subscribers again. It's nice. It's nice. All right. Be happy. Be good to everybody. And Alien bless. Giddy up.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying object.
Truthology for ufology. For you.